Coming up, for the first time in over 3 decades, the Flagstaff Eagles bring home a state championship title. Plus, thousands of dogs roaming native lands. And what can be done? The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Liam Combs.
And I'm Michaela Richardson. Thanks for tuning in. It's been more than 30 years, but well worth the wait. The city of Flagstaff is once again home to a state championship basketball team.
And we could not be more excited. NAZ Today's Michael Manny has more on the historical significance behind the Flagstaff Eagles win.
For the first time since 1992, the Flagstaff High School girls basketball team is state champions after defeating Pueblo in the 4A title game 68-65. The city's first basketball title in 31 years and just the 5th in the last 100-plus years. Longtime Eagles coach Tyrone Johnson is not only a champion for the first time, he's part of a celebration over 3 decades in the making for the Flagstaff basketball community.
I think it was big that the Flagstaff community came out, so it wasn't necessarily about Flag High, Cocoa, MPA bases. It was just about Flagstaff.
At halftime of the title game, the 1973 Coconino boys team was honored for the 50th anniversary of their championship. The win not only has brought the community together, it transcends rivalry.
I know afterwards, some of the 73 team at Cocoa, they were some of the biggest cheers, and they wanted me to bring the trophy up. I took the trophy up and taking pictures with them. It just really showed that this was something for the whole Flagstaff community.
Michael Manny, NAZ Today.
Well, a big congratulations from us here at NAZ Today to the Flagstaff Eagles. Well, we'll have more on the championship and big wins for NAU men's and women's basketball coming up in sports.
A campus walkout on sexual assault at NAU is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. Organizers said they are aiming to call attention to what they say is the mishandling of sexual assault cases on campus. They will be sending a message to NAU's Title IX coordinator.
We're going to be giving students the opportunity to speak and tell their stories. And Stephanie and I will be going up every once in a while and reminding them why we're there and what our demands are.
The event begins at 1 p.m. where students will walk out of their classes and meet at the Louis statue on the north side of the Union. The group will then walk to the Title IX office in the Gamage building at 3.
Tonight, the Flagstaff City Council is voting to adopt a resolution to publicly oppose the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The city received a citizen petition in August to take action on the matter and are now following suit with Tucson and Phoenix, which have adopted similar resolutions. The resolution, however, would be mostly symbolic. When driving through Tuba City, you may notice the stray dogs at the gas stations begging for treats. But there is much more to these reservation dogs than you may think. NAZ Today's Tori Smith has a story.
Stray dogs have always been an issue here on the reservation, and we're here in Tuba City to give you guys an inside look. An estimated 25,000 dogs roam Navajo Nation, eating whatever they can to survive. The main issues? Disease and attacks.
So what we see on the reservation is just a lot of disease, skin conditions, parvo, distemper, ringworm, the skin condition. We see a lot of mange because these dogs that may be free roaming and owned or not owned are not receiving regular, even annual, right? I'm just talking once a year vet care.
Many of the dogs that come in from the reservation need a lot of medical care. That includes surgeries from past injuries. These dogs are often picked up by travelers through the reservation, but Olson recommends adopting through a local shelter rather than picking up a dog on the side of the road, unless they are ill, injured, or emaciated.
I don't think picking up dogs at gas stations and when you're on the reservation is the right thing, right? We know a lot of times those animals are owned. They might live at the neighborhood. They can roam for miles. They usually have packs they hang out with and then they come back home. And we've worked really closely with Navajo Nation Animal Management. And the language is, don't pick up strays.
Former resident of Hopi, Ira Talosima, says these dogs are often looked down upon, and his memory turns to a particular dog.
There's this one dog who was completely riddled with ticks, mange, and wandered around the village. Everybody used to throw rocks at it, kick it, shoot it away as possible. All the village dogs used to beat up on it. But then every time I see it around, it's just avoided everybody. It'll bark at you, it'll show its teeth at you, but as soon as you flinch its way, it'll just run off. Talks a lot of game, but when you actually try and do something, it's really scared.
Dog lovers might find these dogs adorable and want to take them home or pet them, but they aren't all nice. Many reports of dogs being aggressive have led to serious dog attacks and have resulted in the death of people, livestock, and other animals. One recent attack involved a pack of wild dogs in Shiprock that mauled a young girl, killing her.
They have a tendency to kill livestock. So they kill cows, they kill sheep, they kill chickens, and they can kill people, yes. But it's all in their survival instincts, They're doing what they can to survive. So in a way you can't really hold it against them, but in a way you can, because that's a part of our life as well.
Many of the animal shelters on the reservation do not have the funding to take care of all the animals that roam around the area. According to Navajo Nation animal control laws, if animals are not claimed within 72 hours, they are either subject to euthanasia, adoption, or are placed in a welfare agency. With the amount of animals that roam free, euthanasia tends to be the most humane and likely choice.
We are all responsible for this situation. We're all responsible for helping and for caring about the animal in front of us, and understanding the bigger picture in a way that we might not know the details, right? How do we get to this situation where there's hundreds of thousands of free-roaming, unwanted, seemingly unwanted dogs on the reservation? I don't know that we can ever really answer that question, but we know if we don't do something about it now, it's just going to continue to grow.
One of the only things we can do to help is to spay and neuter animals to keep the overpopulation down, and supporting adoption at local shelters. Tori Smith, NAZ Today.
If you're planning on going downtown tonight, be careful where you park your car. Flagstaff police are advising people not to park in the downtown public streets from midnight to 3 a.m. so crews can safely remove snow. On the other hand, former Arizona Secretary of State candidate Mark Fincham has been sanctioned by an Arizona judge. He has also been ordered to pay attorney fees. Fincham filed a lawsuit based on the false claim that he won the election. The court called this suit groundless.
Each week we do a segment where we showcase pets who are up for adoption in Flagstaff.
That's right. NAZ Today's Maxine Marchand introduces us to a dog best described as energetic and friendly.
On this week's Pet of the Week, I got to meet up with Gator. He's a lot of fun and a lot of joy and looking for his forever home. Gator is a sweet dog, a mixed breed, and he's willing to learn a lot and go on new adventures.
So this is a Gator. He's about 6 years old. He was found wandering around Flagstaff and was brought into us. Nobody ever claimed him, but he's a very good boy. He loves to go for walks. He loves having zoomies in the snow, but he also loves cuddling too. He doesn't like other dogs, so he'd have to be in a home with just by himself, but he loves every human he's met.
Gator would also be fine with children, but they need to be introduced to him gradually. He also loves to walk.
He walks great on a leash. He's a good walker. He doesn't pull too hard, so he kind of gets your pace and he goes at that pace.
Gator has been at the shelter for 2 months now, and he's ready to find his perfect family.
His adoption fee, I believe, is $25 right now. And that includes all his vaccines, chip, and then you just have to get him licensed and he'd be good to go.
If you want to adopt a pet, you can look into adopting from High Country Human in Flagstaff. For more information, you can visit them or go online to highcountryhuman.org. Maxine Marchand, NAZ Today.
Coming up, 2 victims of the kidnappings at the Mexico border are found dead. Stay with us.
After quite a few weeks of snowy weather, we are finally breaking that pattern. We are going to be seeing warmer temperatures throughout the week as well as some sunny skies. However, don't let that fool you because we do have a slight chance of showers as we go into the weekend. I'll have more on weather for you later on.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
U.S. officials confirm the 4 Americans abducted in Mexico have been located, but 2 of them are dead. One source familiar with the investigation says the 2 survivors are now in the care of the FBI and have returned to the United States.
Family members say the group of friends traveled from South Carolina so one of them could undergo a medical procedure. CNN's Gloria Pezmino has the latest.
A bittersweet ending to the search for 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico. The governor of Tamaulipas, Mexico, confirming 2 are dead and 2 are alive. A U.S. official familiar with the investigation says the group was found at what appears to be a medical clinic in the border city of Matamoros.
Ambulances and security personnel are giving medical support to the survivors.
Video of the kidnapping is troubling. You can see what investigators believe are members of a drug cartel loading the group into the back of a truck after a shooting that left 1 bystander dead. A source close to the investigation says the abduction is likely a case of mistaken identity. Multiple agencies will now work to find those responsible, officials said.
I've been briefed by the FBI, which is working with Mexican authorities, and senior department officials are working closely with our counterparts at the State Department.
The State Department, meanwhile, is renewing a warning for Americans considering travel to this region of Mexico.
The travel advisory for Tamaulipas State remains at level 4. Do not travel. We encourage Americans to heed that advice.
In Brownsville, Texas, I'm Gloria Pezmino.
After the recording of this story, the Mexican government announced 1 suspect is in custody. The other suspects remain at large.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm
Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
Welcome back. My name is Matt Kienitz, and I will be your weather reporter for this beautiful Tuesday we are having today. Right now in Flagstaff, we are currently at a temperature at around 43 degrees, and our wind chill is just below that at around 35 degrees. Barometer is reading just above 30 inches, giving us these beautiful clear skies we've been seeing today. It's been a nice, beautiful, and sunny day. Lots of differences from what we have been seeing the past few weeks with that snowy weather, that windy weather. We had some wind today at around 18 miles per hour coming from that southwestern region. Not too much cloud coverage up here in Flagstaff. However, as you can see on the current satellite, it's really going from that southwestern region of Arizona up to the northeast region of Arizona, kind of skipping over where we are here in Flagstaff. However, central Arizona did get some nice cloud coverage today, so good for them. We can see that today in Flagstaff. We had a high of 47 degrees, low around 21. We are right on par with our averages. However, we are just a little bit below, about 3 degrees below for our high and 2 degrees below for our low. However, we are nowhere near that record low of -1 degrees, and I am very happy about that because after the past couple weeks, that would just be the cherry on top for me when I go back down to Phoenix and enjoy their nice weather right now. For precipitation, however, we did not have any yesterday. However, we are almost at 11 inches of precipitation, and it is only the 7th day of the 3rd month of the year. So we are doing fantastic precipitation-wise. We are double what we are normally at this time of year. Looking at high temperatures all across the state today, we can see that there was a 60-degree high in Prescott, 59 over in Page and Payson, 62 in Hopi right here. And then we had 58 over in Kingman and 62 up in Las Vegas. Taking it back to Flagstaff, however, for tonight, we're going to have a forecast low at around 21 degrees. And while this may seem cold, it is not going to be as bad as it was last week because we are going to not have that snow and that wind be blowing at us. And it will be mostly clear skies. However, with that being said, still layer up if you are going out tonight because it is still below freezing. That sunset is going to be around 6:27 p.m. So if you can catch that, definitely enjoy it because we do have the most beautiful sunsets here in Arizona. Going into tomorrow morning, we're going to have a forecast high of around 47 degrees, sunny skies. And as we go into the afternoon, the wind will pick up and it will become quite breezy. So make sure you are prepared for that. However, the sun will be out tomorrow, so it'll be very nice, a nice day here in Flagstaff. Sunrise at 6:47 a.m. and that sunset just right around 6:30 p.m. for tomorrow. Taking a look at the highs and lows all across the state for tomorrow, we can see that Page going to have a high around 60 degrees with that low hitting at 36, 65 as the high in Winslow with a low around 28, 58 in Prescott with a low around 30, and then 56 in Show Low with a low around 31. So as I mentioned earlier, lots of warming temperatures as we can see today compared to today, and that will only continue as the week goes on, which we can see right here in our Flagstaff Extended. Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 47 degrees with a low of 23. Thursday, we are going to have some cloud coverage come in. However, that precipitation chances of showers will not be until Friday and Saturday, and both days have about a 20% chance after 11 p.m. on Friday and then before 11 a.m. on Saturday. It's about a little bit of a 12-hour gap of 20% chance of showers. Thursday, our high will be 51 with a low around 29, 53 as our high on Friday and Saturday, and ending off our week at 56 degrees with a low around 29. So definitely some very nice and warm weather for us as we go into next week. That's all I have for weather right now, but stay tuned for sports after the break with Ava Nichols.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hello and welcome back to NAZ Today. My name is Ava Nichols and I'm your sports reporter for the night. It is March and the city of Flagstaff is beaming as the Flagstaff girls basketball team brought home a golden ball last week for the first time in 31 years. The Flagstaff Eagles defeated the Pueblo Warriors in the 4A girls basketball state championship 68-65. Junior guard Jasmine Dugai had multiple crucial three-point baskets down the stretch to help the Eagles finally clinch the title.
So then last year I was nervous because the crowds scared me, but then this year I was just used to it and everything just went smoothly. It was very special, blew my mind. It didn't seem real, but it was.
After 17 seasons coaching the Eagles and several trips to the Final Four, head coach Tyrone Johnson said how special it was for this team to bring the Golden Trophy back to Flagstaff.
You know, for this group just to be able to really figure it out and not just get there, complete the task, finish the job, and bring home the championship, it's just real special. They just always gonna be near and dear to me. I'm gonna remember them, of course, as the first for me, the first ones to bring home a state championship and hopefully set that bar to where we can go get more.
As for NIU, the men's basketball team caused quite the ruckus, not only in Boise at the Big Sky Conference Tournament, but across the country, as they upset the #1 seeded Eastern Washington Eagles on Monday night. This is the farthest NIU has advanced in the Big Sky Tournament since 2015. The #9 seeded Lumberjacks defeated the top-seeded Eastern Washington Eagles 81-80. Having lost 4 games this season by 1 point, head coach Shane Burkhardt trusted his true freshman guard, Oakland Fort, to come in when their lead point scorer, Jalen Cone, got into early foul trouble.
Well, Oakland made my job easier tonight because when Oakland went in, when Jalen got his 4th foul, we went on a little bit of a run. And I believe, if I remember it, we took the lead. Ironically, after the game, Jalen gave it to Oakland. Oakland knocked it down.
Fort went 3 for 4 from beyond the arc and contributed 15 points. When it came down to the buzzer, Fort said he had all the support he needed.
I feel like it was just mental toughness. I mean, my dad's always preached that to me growing up as a young kid. So just being mentally tough and mentally prepared for a moment like that. And JC hit me and I hit the shot. So it's not just me though. I mean, my teammates trusted me, my coaches trusted me, everybody trusted me within the staff. So a big testament to everybody.
Not only will this go down in NAU history as one of the biggest upsets, NAU was featured on ESPN's SportsCenter and was one of 4 teams to eliminate the #1 conference seed. In the Jacks 2015 tournament run, they lost to the Montana Grizzlies 61-59 in the semifinals. Ironically, these 2 teams are set for a rematch in about 5 minutes on ESPN Plus at 6:30. As for the women's team, they also are having success in Boise. As the #1 seed, they had to bye the first round, then beat Northern Colorado 64-48 to advance them to semifinals. Earlier today, they played the #4 Eastern Washington Eagles and won 74-58. Senior guard Regan Skank had 22 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Now the Lumberjacks have advanced to the championship yet again. They are set to play Sacramento State in the championship tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Time on ESPN+. It is March, and we will have more Big Sky basketball coverage for you tomorrow night with sports reporter Michael Manny. Stay tuned after the break for your weather recap with Matt Kienitz.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
You. Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
Taking one last look at the weather, we can see that we're going to have some pretty sunny skies all throughout the week and going into the weekend. We can expect more of those sunny skies next week.
Thanks, Matt. Looks like we're in a stretch of good weather, especially for spring break. And how exciting is that? For everyone watching at home, NAZ Today will not be on air next week during NAU spring break, and we'll be back with a live show next Tuesday, or the Tuesday after, March 21st. For my friends on desk, what do you guys have planned for your spring breaks?
Well, I, for one, am doing a fun little staycation at the Hotel Monte Vista, and I'm super excited for that. Matt, what are you up to?
I'm going home to Phoenix, enjoy the nice weather there, and just have some nice relaxation time.
Days by the pool, man.
Yeah. What about you,
awesome.
Ava?
Unlike you, I'm just chasing more snow. I'm going to go snowboarding in Colorado.
That sounds like so much fun. Well, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Make sure you stay tuned on our social media pages, and make sure you turn in tomorrow night for our Wednesday show at 6 p.m. Have a great night.